Another proof which shows that the Earth is standing still and not moving is to be found in the wind, which they call the atmosphere. If the Earth is turning around daily, it will give wind from one direction only. If you see a train running, you will find out that it is giving wind in one direction, but when it stops, the wind stops with it. Nobody ever felt the wind blowing at the same rate daily, but they will feel the wind blowing at times very hard and other times very gently, and often from different directions, and sometimes there is very little wind. This is good proof to show that the Earth is stationary. If the Earth was in motion in one direction, it would make the wind pressure in the same direction always. You will find my proofs right if you will only pause and think about them. This is another proof to show you that the Earth is not moving. If when you go up in a balloon or airship, starting from a certain place and going as high as you can, and when you come down, find that place gone from under you, then you may believe that the Earth has moved. But if you find yourself in the same place, or not so very far away from your starting point, then it is plain that the Earth is stationary and not moving at all, and this is what really happens. If, moreover, the Earth is turning round and the birds or airships are flying in the same way, they will find themselves over the same place they were before. If they fly in the opposite direction of the turning Earth, they will find themselves flying very fast and always over different places. If you think this over, you will find these proofs correct.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. To realize that we are not on an imaginary spinning ball Earth, we just have to look at real-life examples such as a helicopter taking off from a moving surface. While the helicopter is on the aircraft carrier, which represents a moving Earth, the helicopter and ship are moving along as one. But the moment the helicopter takes off vertically from the carrier, it becomes free and independent of the boat. It is now hovering in the air, and the boat will carry on, leaving the helicopter behind. Defenders of the globe will now argue that the atmosphere sticks to the globe as it spins, and spins with the Earth. But this is just a ridiculous notion and easily debunked when we just look at the way that winds can travel in all directions, flowing freely across the surface of the Earth. So if we illustrate this imaginary scenario of the helicopter taking off and continuing to move along with the aircraft carrier, we know that the pilot would have to continually move along with the carrier to stay above it. And this simply isn't what aircraft pilots have to do unless they are trying to take off and land from a moving surface. So it really is as simple as that. Anything else is just mental gymnastics in desperate attempts to fit an imaginary spinning globe Earth model, made up by mathematicians with no basis in our physical reality.
So when it comes to the flight of descent, do you have to compensate for curvature?
No.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay. So whenever you land like east to west, do you ever have to like slow down or speed up whenever you land?
It depends on, theoretically. It depends on wind usually. So
What do you mean depends on wind?
well, it's a function of ground speed.
A function of ground speed?
Ground speed, right.
So like,
The wind in your face, then you're going to be slower.
no, like if you're landing east, and then if you're landing west,
Right.
would you have to like slow down or speed up due to Earth's motion?
No.
No?
Nope.
So
Earth's
we don't,
motion has nothing to do with it.
so we don't compensate for the curvature whenever we're landing.
You don't do anything
and
with
then we don't do anything when it comes to emotional alert.
Curvature is...
So Earth has to be a level stationary plane, right?
A group of social criminals, these people in the space program, nassholes I call them. I have a very low tolerance level for stupid bullshit. Every one of those items is provably untrue at one level or another, but we believe them because they're pounded into our heads from the time we're children. That's what they do with that kind of stuff. They put it in the heads of kids. They pound it in there because they know kids are too young to be able to mount a sophisticated argument against these kind of ideas. And so kids, and up to a certain age, by the way, kids are going to believe everything a grown-up tells them, everything. So kids never learn to question things. Nobody questions things in this country anymore. Nobody questions things. Why? People are too fat and happy. People are way too fucking prosperous for their own good. Everyone's got a cell phone that'll make pancakes and rub their balls on. Americans have been silenced, bought off and silenced by gizmos and toys. And as a result, no one's ever learned to question things. Kids who want to learn to read are going to learn to read. Much more important to teach children to question what they read.